Union County, for the first time, students will be able to be involved in language immersion programs at several area schools.
The program will focus on either Spanish or Mandarin. It will be offered in 30 schools eventually, but will start at Sandy Ridge Elementary and Rayview Elementary. WBTV's Ron Lee joining us live from Porter Ridge Elementary with more. Ron, why do school officials think this is such an important program?
Well, because the world is changing so very quickly. The students who graduate here will not only be competing with other students in jobs nationwide, but they'll also be competing for them in a worldwide market. Now, to give them an edge in the global economy, studies have shown that being proficient in multiple languages gives those who learn a leg up over the competition. School officials also tell me this will separate the immersion program students for others who are applying for colleges for those limited spots. Most of the students in Union County school system will eventually take part, with thousands of students and dozens of schools participating. The choice of which language offered will depend on which school the student does go to. The administration tells me they're excited about the opportunity to spread multiculturalism throughout the entire school system.
It's a competitive world, and our goal is to graduate kids with the core academic knowledge they need to be successful.
And students and their parents should be arriving here at the elementary school within the next couple of hours. A lot of excitement, a lot of anticipation, and a lot of possibilities for their future. Live at Porter Ridge Elementary, I'm Ron Lee. WBTV, on your side.